Saturday, it's about noon. Started working on Rosie this morning and was trying to get the steering put back together. I got the new steering arm on the steering box. You remember we had to put the coupling on there, new coupling, new steering box, new steering arm, which was a little more difficult than I was thinking it was going to be. It was, I had to remove the tie rod and still took quite a bit of prying and everything. And then come to find out the steering box didn't come with the bolt on the bottom here to mount to. So now I got to go buy that. Just trying to get that all cleaned up and ready to go. Then I was able to remount the steering column down in here. All this stuff I had to disconnect in order to slide this shaft up in order to connect that. So reconnected all that. Got the steering wheel all mounted. This is just in here temporarily till we get the other one. So got everything back up, mounted up in there. Now I'm working on bleeding out the master cylinder for the clutch. If you remember in a previous video, I think we talked about the fact that we put a 3500 5-speed in this thing, which is a hydraulic clutch. And so I had to change that around, put a hydraulic master cylinder in there and run the line down to it. Now it's just bleeding it out. So it looks like I got it bled out. And moving on to other things. So I also painted our calipers today, which right now it's spring in Kentucky and all these little cotton, they're not really cotton, I don't know what they are, just coming off the trees. And the little valance piece between the grill and the core support, put some rust converter on there. This is easy enough to change later if we decide that we want to rust free. It's got a little pitting, but back in there we treated the rust, and I'd rather factory than aftermarket. So I'm going to clean up the grill pieces. These are how they look currently. We've got a big old dent in there, which matches the dent in the grill, so I'm going to try to straighten all that stuff out. I think I'm going to paint it. This is how that goes. I think I'm going to paint them black. Okay, so we're going to try doing a little straightening out on these grill pieces. As you can see, they, yeah. It was a farm truck, you know? I don't know, maybe he was pushing a post in or something. I don't know. Pushing a post over. But anyways, we're going to try to fix them, straighten them up. If any of you guys are dent repair guys and got advice, I'm sure open to it. But I'm going to try this. I've got a hammer and dolly set that I'm trying to figure out if I know what the heck I'm doing. Which I don't, but we're going to try it, see what happens. So to give you a little idea of what we're dealing with, I don't know if you can tell because it's in the shadow. There's a pretty big wrinkle there. There's another wrinkle back here, and there's another wrinkle here, which I'm still working on, all that. But I think I need to relieve some of this to relieve the stress of the metal so it can all kind of start coming back. So anyways, that's what I'm working on. All right, here we go. Finally got tired of working under Rosie, on the ground, on a creeper, in jack stands. So we maneuvered around and did the proper thing and put it over here on the lift. And I didn't film everything that we did. Yesterday I messed with these parts, these grill parts, and actually they turned out pretty decent. I put a coat of paint on them, and as you know, paint always shows everything. But if you remember, these things were bent by like 1.5 to 2 inches, and I got them fairly straight. I might clean them up again before, or straighten them out a little bit more still before we do any more painting. But that paint just shows it a whole lot better once you put a little paint on there. But they'll just be a satin black, I think. That's what I'm trying anyways. But we're gonna throw the drive shaft in this. So we're gonna run it up here on the lift and throw the drive shaft in. It's an easy day. It's a Sunday. We probably shouldn't be out here, you know, but we're out here. So Colton's gonna run it up, and we're gonna see if we can't throw the drive shaft in there. So. Resting on the safety catches. Okay, where's that drive shaft? Colton, grab that in. More than you have to. I don't know what that suspension is. I'm a little concerned at the lack of movement here. Oh, wait a minute. Is there a indexing? Just hold that still.
Yeah. Go on the frame rail.
I think there's a screwdriver right there. Yes, there is. Okay. Now I gotta find where that is on here.
Hold this thing like it's a flashlight.
Up a little bit. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. No, it's going to go quite a bit further. Okay, just hold that up. Hold that. Slide it back. Huh. You right about this? Actually sitting where it needs to be. Yep, we got about an inch. Carpenter always goes back to wood. Not that it always works, but that one's too thick. Let's see if there's a smaller one. Excellent. Here, let me see that bar. Okay, come here and hold this end, Colt. Yes. Look at you. Well, look at, hey. So, if you look, see the little alignment tab there? And it's over on this one, so we gotta move it over.
Also, if you look, Dad's paint job. It's a little thin. It's a little thin.
Oh, no, it's actually rusting through a little bit. Oh, by the way, also you can also see that I am going to touch up this paint. Fit and make sure it's everything's where it needs to be. So this rear end is actually out of a 2005 Chevy 3/4 ton. So we got disc brakes all the way around. Now, these ratcheting wrenches are cool. And you're gonna have to stand back just a little bit because I keep hitting you. Oh, these ratcheting wrenches are cool, except you gotta figure out what in the world way they're going. They're quiet. These ones are quiet. I think these are the low special, which they're smooth, but they don't click, so you don't know if it's going the way it's supposed to go. We also have 2-inch spacers here, but we did not C-notch the frame, and I think I'm going to have to take those spacers out and or C-notch the frame, because this thing sits pretty low when you get the weight on it. We got this big utility bed. We don't have the wood on it. We don't have anybody in it. It still sits pretty close. I was hoping to get away without having to C-notch this one, but because I think we're dropped. I think those are 4-inch drop springs, so we're dropped 6 inches right now. Old school box end. I think this one's probably my dad's, because it's got 3/8 on one side and 7/16 on the other. So drive shaft's in. I did put the brakes on the front. We didn't film all of that because I was just trying to get it done. And you guys know how to put calipers on and brake shoes. But I had to paint them red just because that's the brake caliper stuff I got. And they're already red in the back. We greased the front end. Colton helped me do that. All new grease fittings. Although this one right here, as nice as it is brand new, and they didn't tap it out, so there's no threads in it. So I got to figure out what size tap the threads are for that and tap that out. I've got the flex line is in here, but quite honestly, it's perplexing me a little bit because they are awful long to go 6 inches. And again, this truck was drum brakes from the factory. So everything from lug nut on this side to lug nut on that side, everything's brand new, all this stuff. Steering gearbox, steering arm, tie rods, drag link, everything. Oh, hey. Missing one right there too. Oh, nice. That one's not tapped either. We got two. That one and that one, neither one of them are tapped. Moog. Come on, I bought Moog because I wanted good quality products. So I guess we'll exchange those out. So anyways, I think that's about all we're going to do today. We've got brakes on, calipers on. Got the drive shaft in. We got Rosie on the lift because we do have to work on the exhaust. I put this little stubby piece on for the oxygen sensor when we first fired it, so the computer had something to read. But we got all stainless exhaust. I'm not crazy how low this stuff is because it's actually lower than the main. Well, these would be the lowest parts, obviously, even with the suspension compressed, but they're pretty low. And that is pretty close to that there exhaust. Man, it's nice having it on a lift. You can see all this stuff that you can't see otherwise. And I got the brake lines from the back run all the way up front here. That was quite a while ago. But so we just got to tap into them here. And I think we're just ready for the hard lines from the front. And yeah, exciting. It's getting there. Oh, we got emergency brake cables to do. But that's fun because we're going from a 2005 rear end and transitioning to 1967 at the front. So that's what happens when you try to change things and make everything custom. Here's the 65 cable, and here's the 2005 cable. So we got to make this intermediate thing here. So we're up to here and back to here. So I don't know. Hadn't given it any thought yet, quite honestly. big things that need done on Rosie, because I've been lazy and we went on vacation and I'm old and I get home from work and I don't feel like being out here till 10 o'clock because I'm old and lazy. But anyways, we gotta get the rear lights hooked up, well, picked out. You can see I made out some cardboard cutouts and kind of was looking at different ways. I like them down low. I'm just afraid that they won't be as, well, they clearly won't be as visible down low, but I like them down there. I'm just debating whether or not it's going to be a safety thing to have them that low to the ground. They're only a foot off the ground. And we'll do LED on there. I'm torn because that truck clearly would have never had LEDs, but it also wouldn't have had 20-inch, you know, cleaver wheels on it. So I don't know that I'm too worried about all that.
Or a tune port, or a 350.
True, it wouldn't have had a tune port injection 355 either. It wouldn't have had vintage. So he's making a great point, Colton is. So anyways, we're kind of on the home stretch. I got to get this thing painted. Got to clean up some things still. Now we've got the brakes all the way around on it. Oh, I got to get the hard lines plumbed from the master cylinder down to the union for the rear, and then going out to each side on the front. We got to get the exhaust welded up, put on and welded up. So the plan is probably this weekend we're going to pull the bed off. We can work on the bed some, and while we got the bed off, we'll do the exhaust, so we're not having to work around that. I'd love to do a cutout where that exhaust comes out through the side of that. I think they'd be cool to come out right here, right in front of the rear wheel. But we have a box there.
But you got some dead space between the box.
So I thought I could build a shelf over top of the exhaust. I mean, these aren't going to be used. It's not like we're taking up tool space or anything. But what's that? Yeah. Well, we could wrap them if we needed to. Make a shelf above it that's removable. I don't know. So we're toying around with some ideas. These are the rails that go on the top of this bed.
For tie down and stuff.
I guess. Yeah, I think they were more just decoration because they were chrome. I had them sandblasted. We're gonna clean them up a bit again. Get some bolts in there. I don't know that we're gonna get are we gonna get the wood done, Garrett?
Theory.
Are you doing the wood for this, or are you doing the wood for the crew cab? Right now.
It was intended to be for this, but we'll see. We took some measurements. We'll see what it comes out to be.
Yeah. I'm kind of changing my mind. We were gonna do walnut in here.
Black walnut.
Yeah. And now I'm thinking of something different. So we'll see. We'll let you in on that maybe later. But I've got some ideas of what I might want to do a little different then. So anyways, we got a lot to do. And I filmed that the other day. So that grill I was able to straighten out quite a bit. I still got some more to do, but I might wait till I get it on the truck and do that. And we got the trim that we showed you the other day. That needs a little more cleaning up. But anyways, yeah, there's a lot to do.
So we've got 30 days from this filming to get the truck running and driving and road legal and all of those things to be at a show in Tennessee. So, and the goal is to have this one and the Red Stageway at that show. So that's the new deadline.
Nothing like waiting until the last minute. I've been tinkering on it, but now we got to get serious about
Get
it.
cranking.